Okay. All right. Let's get this show on the road. The music's going. All right. So I got the first run of the feature done yesterday. First run of the basic done. Got started in some of the trials. Was doing the second run of the feature with the 6 stars last night. And I was like, nah, it's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So I'll probably have to do 2 runs of, not 2 full runs, but 2 runs of the 6 stars today. So let's get to it. Let's get to it indeed. And then war season is almost done. So it'll be nice once that is wrapped up, pick up those rewards. This is going to be a loss for us for this war, but we'll end up in PaC 3. So that'll be another Taskmaster to pull from the featured 6 star. I've got him 4 times out of this crystal. Oh my goodness. I think that's gotta be Anna. How you doing? From your hometown? Okay. How was the trip home? How long you been there and how long are you going to be there? So yeah, I think this is the Taskmaster is the most I've ever pulled one champion out of any feature I've ever done. 5 or 6 star. There's a 5 star a while ago where I killed a bunch of mojos. Watched him at the time, but this 6 star with Taskmaster all the time, man, it hurts. It hurts. So how's it been being at home so far? Oh, there we go. Can you lower the music down a bit? Okay. Actually, that's weird. It was somebody was asking for that yesterday too. I don't know. I wonder if maybe. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe it's my mic is low. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. I'll lower the music, but let me know if I am louder now. I think that might have been the problem. I think that the mic may have been pretty low. Okay, let's... Actually, yeah. I'll leave this music where it is, but just let me know if the mic is okay now, if you can hear me okay or better now. And if it's still, if this music is still too loud, then I'll lower the music. And till the 25th, I'll be here. Was traveling, hence I missed your Sunday cartoon watch party. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Good home food is lifesaver as always. Yeah, I bet. Till the 25th. Okay, so you're there a while. Nice. Very good. And how long does it take you between where you live and home? And did you fly or take the train? Ooh, I don't like any of these options. Yeah, that's all. Best way to go there. Be the best way to go. Yeah, it was Billy and I hanging out for the cartoon. I didn't think there'd be too many people anyways, but then also with the Super Bowl happening on Sunday, definitely not going to be many people. Now I can hear you better, but I think based on soundtrack, it can overpower your voice. Okay. It was a 2-hour flight, barely logged into MCOC. Yeah. Well, I think for me, for sure, if I had something else to do, I don't think I'd be in this game too much. I could definitely still do at least the Alliance events, but if I didn't have a bunch of units and felt that I needed to use money to get units, I don't think I would play. So if I couldn't do Arena to have the amount of units that I usually have, I don't know if I would play at all. But we'll see how things go starting next week. Because it'll definitely be, well, I mean, 8 hours a day, I won't be in the game. So there's 8 hours that I'm currently could be in the game. Although, well, there's a lot that I do auto fighting too sometimes, though. Even at romantic offers, I'm letting them pass. Focus on July and December. Ooh, yeah. So you can see my units are low. Okay. And what did they? So they were 22 or 23. Then I used a bunch on the Hyperion calves. They went down to 16. Then I got some of the romance offers, so then they were down to 13. But we could have a competition to see where we're each starting, and then where we each end up unit wise July 4. Make it a little bit interesting. The only one for the romance offer, well, there's two that I got. I got the first one with the Cav Nexus and the 1,000 6-star shards. You know what really sucks? If not for Hyperion in this current feature, I wouldn't care about shards at all, honestly. So because of wanting to open more of this feature, anything with shards I'm interested in. But I got the first offer for the romance ones. I think that was 250 units. It was 1,000 6-star shards and a Cav Nexus. And then I got I don't think it was the last offer, but the one that had 10,000 6-star shards. And it was from, who did I get? Because of those, I opened two features. I got Taskmaster for the last, and Yellow Jacket. As you said, I noticed from 16 to 13 now, yeah. But you will be ahead of me unless I grind Arena more than you. Probably, but that's what I'm saying. Starting Monday, I won't be able to do as much. So starting next Monday, I'm gonna go to just doing milestones for the feature in the basic. Because currently I'm doing the top 5% for the feature, the top 10% for the basic. But starting Monday, I'm just going to be targeting milestones. And yeah, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do the amount of arena that I've been doing. When a good part of my day is going to be occupied. You'll start on the 26th? Oh, right, because you'll be back home. Yeah, okay. Okay, fair enough. Well, on the 26th, just if you want to do it, I'll just put it in the spreadsheet where we each start, and then where we end up July 4th. But yeah, also starting Monday, I could probably stream in my evenings. But I wouldn't be streaming as much, most likely. But we'll see. Well, yeah, we could say the 26th because I want to open 5 million battle chips because I want to get back to about at least 20,000 units. And if I open 5 million battle chips, that should get me about 10,000 units. So that should get me over 20,000. So once I do that with the battle chips, then we could start we could start the race. Yeah. So it's March, April, May, June, 4 months time span. So it's a race. Then we will be noting down our units. Then, yeah. Here, I'll show you what it will. What I was thinking I could do. I got a tab here of just all kinds of random things. Okay, prepare yourself for some bright light. Okay, so we just have it something like starting units, ending units. Actually, I guess we could do it month by month or week by week too. But yeah, so basically it would just be something like that. Let me make that a little bigger. Yeah. So how many units you have when you start? Yeah, I guess we could go month by month, eh? So, or whatever. Yeah, actually, yeah, month by month or week by week, just to keep, because then we check it every now and then. See where we each are. And then if there's anybody else that is planning to save, they could add their name and see who ends up with the most on July 4th. And it would be excluding battle chip openings. So that's why I'd want to open my battle chips before we started keeping track. Week by week, which covers 2 rounds, yeah. But I mean, it's also going to include just whatever units you get throughout as well, right? Like whatever units you get from objectives and stuff. Oops, from objectives and stuff too. Last year, I kind of had a competition with somebody else as well, and I think we started in March, and I think I spent some units for spring cleaning, and then they had saved quite a bit. Oh no, I think it was battle chips. We were seeing who could save the most battle chips. But come spring cleaning, they opened all their battle chips because they're like, damn it, I want those offers. Deal that from the 26th, I'm racing against you, just grinding and not including battle chips. Yeah, I think I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 2 million. More battle chips by the 26th, though, but we'll see. Because yeah, like it definitely wouldn't be fair if we start the competition and then I open battle chips, right? Because that's going to add a bunch of units. So let's go with that. Yeah, I think it's not even so much about getting the units. It's more going to be if there's something to purchase with units, but it's not something that you really, really want, because there's the competition, you'll think twice kind of thing, right? Like, for example, if we had the competition going right now, I don't know if I would have gotten... I definitely wouldn't have opened the crystals for Hyperion. So... Oh, damn it, I just realized something. Oh, man. I'm going to probably go for Hyperion from the arena, and I'll need to refresh, so that's going to be some units used. Ugh. Well, so be it. Yeah, because I mean, that's the whole point, right? Like, even if you are using units, just to see at the end of the day who is able to save the most. So, but yeah, I'll definitely be 4,000 to 5,000 less, which, I mean, that would be fine. Because the spreadsheet will show what it shows, but in my mind, I will, whatever I have, I'll just add the 4,000 or 5,000 and be like, well, if I hadn't gone for Hyperion. Yeah, yeah, Parasite can get in on it too. So are you working at all while you're home, or you have time off work? I won't be refreshing as I don't have the roster to do that. Good point. Yeah, that's okay. It's all good. Like I said, so if in that period of time I were able to save 10,000 units, and then I used 5 for refreshing, then I would just be like, well, really, I saved 10,000, right? Even though numbers-wise, I'd only be ahead by 5. Because that's the only thing. And I mean, if I would probably be picking up some of the spring cleaning offers too. If there's an awakening gem for a reasonable amount of units, and I can pick the class, then yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Doing something like this will make you much more selective in where you spend your units. Like if it were a generic gem or a gem where you get to pick your class, I'd probably get it. If it were a random class, probably not. Future, how you doing? How's your day coming along? I'm working, but in limited capacity as I don't have my work machine to... Okay. That's not bad then. You get to be at home and get to be paid while you're there. Not bad. Okay. So how many units do you have currently, Anna? And we don't start the thing until actually, you know what? Let's start at March 1st. So start at the beginning of a month. And then I think by then I should have the other 2 million battle chips at the moment, whatnot. So yeah, let's start it on March 1st. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, I'm not actually sure. Well, I have no idea what I'd be able to get in a month. Well, no, because if I'm going to switch to just doing milestones, yeah, actually that wouldn't change anything as far as that goes. The only difference would be the accumulation of battle chips. A little sleepy, lots of work to get done. I'll be lurking around and chat when I can. Okay. All right. I will be here for a while. We're going to get a run through the 6 stars for sure. We've only got 3 million more to do in the basic, but I do have to head out. So we'll see how far we can get. I should be able to, I'll definitely be able to get the 6 stars done. For sure. But I don't know if I'll be able to get the 3 million for the basic up during the stream. But we will be here for a while. So yeah, Anna, how many units, sorry, right away, now I'm back. Better be sorry, damn it. How many units do you have currently? Oh, and then I said, let's start on the 1st of March. Just so it starts at the beginning of a month rather than just a random date kind of. And then also, I think by the 1st of March, I would be able to have got the other 2 million battle chips. So then that wouldn't be, make a difference. So when did you get home? Let me check quickly, just a sec. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're not in the game. Actually, you know what? I'll do a post on the community tab, and anybody else that wants to get in on this will add their name to the spreadsheet. On the 12th, you were... Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so pretty much you're home for 2 weeks then. So is it just you and your parents, or do you have siblings as well at home? Yeah, actually, you know what? Later on, I'll set up the spreadsheet, and we'll start March 1st, and I'll do it week by week. And if anybody else wants to join at whatever point, we'll add their name. And do a weekly check-in. Keep everybody on track. No, I should be able to finish them off with just a club. Yeah. 3,324, not touch any offers. One younger sibling and parent. Okay. And you're hoping to be at 15,000 by July 4th? Oh, I think you'll be at 15, more than 15. Yeah, that's a fair bit of time. And even if you were just running the trials and you were getting the from solo events and stuff. Huh. I don't know why I always do this. I fight Killmonger with Sunspot, and he's always gaining power like crazy, so... But if I get to an L2, it's game over. Ooh. I need to use my L1. I don't know if that's going to get him done. Oh, crap. Oh, just barely. Okay, okay. The real question, has the February Valentine Week month going? Where are the lovebirds? Well, that's why they're not here. They're recovering. So what time is it for you currently? Is there any time difference between being at home and where you live? Let me open the window. It doesn't get too hot in here. We got a bunch of snow last night, so, and most of it was gone prior to the snowfall yesterday. But it's like winter wanted to remind us that it's here. It's like, yo, I'm still hanging out. I see, hence I see, so we Sigma males are enjoying ourselves. 10:30 p.m. Okay. India has one time zone for the whole country? Okay. Alright, I think we've got 5 or 5.5 in Canada. Because Newfoundland is off by half an hour. Everywhere else, it's an hour difference. Newfoundland is half an hour difference. And I think almost every province has its own time zone, actually, because it's an hour difference between BC and Alberta. I'm not sure about Saskatchewan. I think Saskatchewan and Manitoba might be the same. Oh, Saskatchewan doesn't change their time, though, for daylight savings time. But I think they are the same time as Alberta. Manitoba would be different. Ontario and Quebec would be one. And then I think, for the most part, the Maritimes are one. And then Newfoundland has its own. And I think Russia's got like 11 time zones or something. It's crazy. Justin, how you doing? There's a debate to have half an hour difference for eastern part of India, but no one is interested to implement it. Yeah, half an hour difference. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, a half hour just seems weird, right? There's actually, I've seen videos where they're discussing just having a single time worldwide. So what would end up happening, because I mean, at the end of the day, the number that we assign, you know, like the amount of light or the amount of whatever, is just made up, right? There's really nothing to it. So the idea would be that everywhere in the world would be 1 p.m. Some places would be the normal 1 p.m. would be like afternoon. Other places, the 1 p.m. would be the middle of the night. But it's just the number that we assign to that period of time in the day would be consistent. It would definitely be an adjustment. And I would think that Greenwich, England, would you know, nothing would change for them, but it would be everywhere else really that would change. So like, for example, right now it's 10 a.m. for me. So it could end up being 8 p.m., even though it's like early morning or mid-morning. And I think like the idea of that, the idea has been there for a while, but I think the idea of it was kind of picking up traction more so because of how interconnected economies are, where, you know, you're doing business throughout the world at all times of the day, right? So then by having just one time zone, you don't have to adjust for, you know, the difference in time zone from place to place. So before I go to sleep, we are doing the race from 1st of March. Yes. We'll be starting on March 1st. And I'll set up that spreadsheet and we'll go week to week. Let me see what the 1st of March is. It doesn't matter. 1st of March is a Tuesday. Okay, yeah. Yep. And then so we'll probably start it on the Tuesday and then every Sunday do an update. Don't give more reasons for the world to fight. I know. Well, and that's the thing. One thing for sure, if they did something like that, if there was a consensus to go to one time zone for the world, every country would want to be where they kept what the time is for them. I think it should just go by Greenwich. Like they should, you go from there and then. Like every place would just whatever time it is in Greenwich, that's what time it is for them. But no, that's that's so true. Any reason for there to be conflict, people will find something to argue about, right? It's funny too because I think overall, just as people, we have more that we can agree upon than we need to disagree about. But we will find any little thing that we can disagree about. Just for the sake of disagreeing. So you've been having a good time at home so far? How often do you get to go home? Although I suppose the last little while it's probably been pretty seldom. Ooh. Jumping to bed now. We'll be catching your stream for sure, but I am up to that race for March 1st. All right. Have a good sleep. It's just a bit of dust in the air, but it's good. All right. All right. Well, enjoy your time at home. Don't be spending too much time in the game. Ooh, Oh, wow. That did a fair bit of damage. Oh, that did a fair bit of damage. Okay. Oh, I gotta take that panel off, which actually that should be quick and easy to do. Yeah, the panel for the cartoon watch party, because that's done and over. Let's just do that right now. Right now. Because if I don't do it now, I'll definitely forget and not do it later. So let's get her done. Oh wait, do I not? Ah, there we go. Edit panels. Oh, that was simple enough. Okay, let's get these help requests in. Get them out of the way, be able to pick the teams quicker. Damn, I've already done like just over 3 million. Because I started off at 16. Let me see. I think I started at 16. Hang on, I'm just looking at going back in the stream to see where I was when I started here. Yeah, 16 and a half. Okay. That's going by pretty quick then. Very good. Frank, how you doing? Enjoy the snow from last night. Wait, is it? I know I've asked before. Is it Krog or Kroig? Man, pretty much all the snow was gone, and then winter had to come back and be like, "Yo, I'm still around. I'm still hanging out." Hey. Croak. Okay. 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 Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I think this is what I have to do. Because if I go with white mags, he's just going to gain a ton of power. Come on. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Well, thank you. Ooh, we should have done a heavy to get another prowess, probably. I think we're supposed to get more snow at some point this week, too. Yeah, well, we're not going to be able to do incinerates on them, so... Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. I'm good. Of course, the first night I don't park my car in the garage, it snows, and I have to scrape my windows at 6 a.m. August away. Yeah. So, what was it, like January, I think, when we had the really cold temperatures, and it was like minus like 20s, and then with the wind 30s and stuff. So I saw on my weather app the other day that Toronto had an extreme cold warning. So I looked, minus 13. I'm like, what the hell? That's not extreme cold. I need to get back in arena. Spent all my units on the romance deals. Yeah. Yeah, I spent almost 10,000 units between that and the Hyperion calves. So I'm definitely trying to recoup what's been used. I want to get to 5 million battle chips and then open them, because that should be about 10,000 a year. And I feel much better being at 20,000 or more. Yeah, the amount of snow we got last night typically shuts down Vancouver's snow days, stay home. Yeah. Last December of 2020. So I think it was the 20th, December 20th, overnight it snowed, and the 21st, the amount of snow, oh my lord, it was crazy. Like, I don't think any businesses were closed, but like I think some of the bus routes weren't going because the roads hadn't been cleared and stuff. It was a crazy amount in one day. Not even one day. Just a matter of hours. But yeah, the amount that we got last night was just basically an amount to make it annoying when it melts. We haven't had any actual real snowstorms this year, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think No, there might have been 1 or 2 days where, yeah, it was kind of bad. Although being in the city, it probably won't seem too bad anyways, though. I should just do that, yeah. Spent 9,000 units, got the Awakening Gem, the 10,000 6-star shards, plus all the first and second packages in their fullest. Okay. So I went with the 10,000 6-star shards and the first offer, the Cab Nexus with the 1,000 shards. And I was saying to Adam earlier, the only reason I got anything was because I'm trying to open more of this current feature. If not for that, I don't think I would have gotten anything, actually. The Awakening gem was definitely nice, and the 2 to 3 gem, nice as well. But in both cases, the two champions that I would use those things on, I have Awakened and I have a rank 3. So, if Ghost had been one of the champions with one of the romance champions, I would have gotten the Awakening gem. But yeah, so I think that first offer, was 250 units. If you get it 10 times, that's 2,500, and then I think the other was 1,000 units. So yeah, 3,500 units. Same for me. I wanted all the 6-star shards, pulled Voodoo from feature, but wasn't what I wanted. Okay, Voodoo's not. I got him from there too. Not what I want either, but new. And I'd be okay duping him. I just don't. I really don't want any more dupes of Taskmaster. I've duped him 4 times from this crystal. The initial awakening, which I could have done without, but whatever. That's fine. And then the next 3. Oh, it's painful. So painful. Because, I mean, okay, so I want Hyperion. That's why I'm still opening it. Null and Nimrod, I'd be happy about new. Anybody new, I'd be okay with. Null and Nimrod, I'd be happy for. Hyperion is the goal. And outside of that, yeah. I guess Cersei and Icarus, I'd be okay to get awakened. But Cersei more so because I have her on defense. And I think her awakening would make her a better defender. Icarus, I don't really think I'll ever use either of them, so I don't know. But got a Nexus out of one of the calves from first offer, which turned out to be first dupe on King Groot, which I was happy about. Okay. Yeah, his awakening is pretty decent, and not somebody like if you're gonna use him a lot, you'd want. If you're gonna use him a lot and you've got suicides, you probably want a higher sig. Even if you don't have suicides, you still want a higher sig. But if he's got a pretty high sig and you're running suicides, you're going to recoup all of that recoil damage pretty easily. Because yeah, it increases his healing, which is I've definitely noticed a fair difference in the amount of healing he's doing. Even though I think he's only like an 80, sig 80, and that's all. Yeah, because I got the initial awakening on him, and I've never duped him other than that. Most of this feature has been rough. Did get Ghost Rider, ooh, and Voodoo, which was cool, but low on my want list. Anti-Venom I was happy for, and Cersei is the only other new champion I found. Okay. So yeah, the only 2 I didn't want were Cersei and Icarus. Anti-Venom, I didn't want, but I thought, okay, he looks cool. So whatever. The ones I wanted were Kitty and Hyperion, and that was interchangeable either way. Like either of those 2 I'd have been really happy with. Nimrod and Null would have been cool too. And when I did my initial opening, I got Kitty, I got Anti-Venom, Cersei, and Icarus. So at least I got one champion that I really wanted. So that's good. I could definitely do without the task to do stuff. Actually, Ghost Rider wouldn't be bad either. So I got a 6-star Starkey. So having a 6-star Ghost Rider wouldn't be bad. And then, well, I don't think I'm gonna open the next featured 6-star. So it'd be quite a while before I'd have a go for Blade. I don't think I'd go for him in the. No, I wouldn't go for him in the basic. So in the basic arena. But actually, once Hyperion is added to the basic 6-star, I might just be opening basics for a while. Because, yeah, there'd be a few dupes that I'd be wanting. I'd want Hyperion new. I'd want Ghost duped, CGR duped. And then a couple nice dupes like Gilly 2099, Warlock. iHulk. The opportunity at an I-bomb. So... I do run Suicides. Took him to rank 2, but we'll need to wait to see him up till I finish with Herc. Yeah. Yeah, that... Well, no, I guess that wouldn't really be too much of a conundrum, right? You're going to want the 6 Stones for Hercules for sure. I want the Antivenom dupe and watching similar vids of him duped up. He's a tank. Oh, yeah? Plus, like, using Spider 2099 pair well together? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to try Spidey 2099 during the off season for the boss node for War. Well, you know, oh yeah, okay, because last night there was Science Advancement on, but maybe I should consider taking Antivenom to rank 2. Because there's no science that I was really thinking. I was kind of wondering about. Mr. Fantastic, taking him to rank 2, but I never play him. I'll have him on the team sometimes for his pre-fights. Not, well, I should say sometimes, it's just been a couple times. Yeah, maybe that's something I need to look at. Possibly taking Antivenom to rank 2. After the last Taskmaster pickup, I think I have bought my last feature, Nimrod and Kitty in the basic, and they are my top choices. Save the 5,000 extra shards. Yeah. I did. He's fun. He's a science that also has Nullify. Yeah, and then he's Incinerate and Poison Immune too. I don't know how much he relies on his specials. So if it's a champion, you don't need to be throwing a ton of specials, then that's fine. You can avoid the recoil, but if he is reliant on his specials, then... But yeah, I do want to try Spidey 2099 in War a bit. I got him at rank 2. Because I did think I would try him here and there. And then I've used him for 2 things in particular. The 7-3 Sim Supreme boss, and then last month's the Science Quest for Cav difficulty. Ooh. Let's do that, I think. Yeah, because I think Mangog will probably be the worst. Should do him in, right? Yeah. Got the job done. Tony Stank, eh? No, Thony Stank. I should have placed the poison on earlier to reduce her regen limbo. Have you been watching any of the streams of the people doing the battlegrounds? It's looking like it could be interesting, but kind of time-consuming. So I guess it would really depend what the rewards are looking like. Because if the rewards are good, then okay, yeah, you can spend the time. But if the rewards aren't too appealing, you might not want to be spending the time there. You're very excited for it? Okay. Yeah, I think definitely for the first little bit, it's going to be, well, it's going to be quite different compared to anything else we've got for sure, right? And yeah, I think for the first little bit, definitely people like I'll be playing it, but if the rewards aren't there, I don't know if it's something I would do. Although I think it would be a good way, like especially for somebody like myself who's not really too enthused about war. It would be the battlegrounds would be a good way to keep you updated on newer champions and good encounters. Watch me do his best of 5 against Legacy. Yeah, I saw that they were streaming. I didn't watch it, but I saw that they were both streaming that. And I don't know if when... I could see when that goes live that they have the ability to challenge specific people. But I would think if you're doing that, like if you're picking who you're challenging, it would have to be a skirmish kind of thing. Like it couldn't be contributing to the ranks, because some people, obviously, everybody's going to want to challenge them, like BG, Legacy, the big names for sure. Seaton, well, if he's even still doing it. But I think, yeah, like I think they'll have to have kind of two modes: a skirmish mode that doesn't have any impact on the leaderboard, and then like a tournament mode with the leaderboard. I think if you can do fun matches against friends for that competition, it'll be good, even if it doesn't give rewards. Yeah. And I think from a YouTuber perspective, well, I mean, because you have YouTubers currently that will do streams where they're doing incursions with viewers, right? So if you, as a YouTuber, you could absolutely do it where you're doing battlegrounds with viewers, and yeah, you definitely have people watching those. More so the big names, but I think that'd be interesting across the board. And it could also just be something for people that don't care about the alliance stuff. And so, like I've said before, the game is so repetitive, right? Like, you get resources to rank champions simply to get more, to make getting those resources easier to rank champions. But with something like this, now you want to rank specific champions so that you have an edge over your opponents. So it really changes, or has the potential to change the objective of the game. Like, maybe the objective is no longer simply to beat the collector or the grandmaster to get those high-end resources to beat the next Karina or whoever it is. Now it's okay, I want to beat the grandmaster so I can awaken this champion so I can kick ass in the battlegrounds. So yeah, it could really rejuvenate the game. But I mean, it's a ways off before it's in production, because we're going to have the beta in March or April or whatever. But if we've still got the control issues and you're trying to play that, it could be really frustrating. Because if you're doing a fight and you go to Dex or parry and it doesn't work and you know it wasn't you, that's going to be, yeah, it's going to piss people off. Yeah, I'll definitely be try that out. When I don't know if I'll really try it too much in the beta, to be honest. Just because like playing the beta, that's the time I could be doing arenas, getting units. On a Sunday, maybe. Although usually Sundays I don't, I'm not in the game very much at all. Because yeah, if there's no arena going on, I'm not in the game too much. Although tomorrow and probably this Sunday, I'm going to be working on Variant 8. I want to pick up some of those gems. I've got 3 6 stars at rank 1 or 2. So the 2 to 3 gems would get used on them. And then I think I might have a few 2017 champions that aren't rank 4. So for those ones, I may as well use the gems rather than using resources to get to rank 4. Which the idea is to get as many 5 stars ranked up as I can before the Hyperion Arena, so that will help there. We've got level up going currently. Ooh. No, I won't be doing anti-venom now. I don't think I've got any 6 stars actually that I want to take up anywhere, but I should. I probably should just do. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do Mole Man. Although I kind of also want to take Rogue to rank 2. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't play her at all, but I like her. I think she'd be a fun champ. I'd be more likely to play her at rank 2 than where she is currently at rank 1. But other than that, mutant resources are going to be saved for Apocalypse to rank 4. So I need to make sure I've got some mutant T4CC, and I've got a little bit more than 1.5 mutant T5B. But I'm pretty sure with 7.4 we're going to see some T5CC selectors. And then I've got a lot of the 10% T5CC Nexus crystals. I think I've got 8 of those. So I could use those to get some more mutant T5CC. So far, it's not looking like the next featured 6-star is going to be anything too spectacular. Like Craven, probably Blade, Sam Wilson, Misty Knight. Doesn't look like either Sam Wilson or Misty Knight are too exceptional. We should see one of them. Yeah, one of them will be in the feature on Thursday. Ooh, let's see if they've posted who that will be. Oh, no, I don't think they posted anything today for it. Last one was yesterday. Okay, so Sam Wilson and Starkey. Oh, both tech. Ooh, that actually would be, that's going to be an interesting arena. Because, yeah. I mean, the features will definitely go higher, but, yeah, Starkey, well, especially now that Blade is available, that might make Starkey even more attractive. I'm hoping we see an announcement for the 7.4 rewards. Probably maybe next week or the week. Yeah, probably. I'm hoping next week sometime. Next week or the week after, we should see. Because I would expect by the middle of March that 7.4 will drop. And it's more the overall Act 7 completion exploration that I'm interested in. The 7.4 completion exploration, yeah, I don't expect much from that at all. Not when you consider how most of it's been gone so far for Act 7. It's been nothing too spectacular. Oh, okay, good. I didn't want to use the LT because that was going to take a damn long time. Yeah, okay, so that. I think Sentry's got to be one of the best champions for intercepting. Like if you're just throwing 3 or 4 hit combos, dash back and get in there, because his dash back is pretty shallow, so it makes it hard for the opponent to react. I think Warlock is pretty good too. Ah, I ran right into that. Right into it. We still got quite a few. I don't think we're gonna get to. No, we're not gonna hit 27 now. But yeah, I will need to run some 6 stars this evening. Get her done. Oh wait, we're coming up on 23. And I would only need 4. Oh, maybe I'll get to 27.5. Although I think I'll aim for a little. Let me see what it was last round for the 5%. Because I think I'm going to aim a little bit higher. Oh, no. Last round was 24 for the top 5%. So, yeah, 27.5 will be fine. I did 29 million last round because I thought that the top 5% might be a little bit higher. But if it was 24 million, actually the last of a while, geez, the highest it's been is 25. Okay. So I'm overshooting it by a bit. Yeah, I'll keep going higher. Like I'll stick to the 27.5. Well, until next week probably. And then I think I'll just be doing milestones. Oh yeah, so only 4 million. So we might get to 27. Only 4 million away. Man, I've been crazy if Proxima saved her charges, like Corvus, from match to match. But I get why it doesn't work like that for her, because she could get all of her charges from one fight, and then anything else she would do afterwards, it would just be crazy damage. Crazy. Actually, I should see. You know, if we were to get a mutant advancement during this level up, I might just take Rogue to rank 2. I have a bunch of mutant ISO that I need to use. That would be the time to do it. Oh, damn. It's funny, she's somebody I've never really used for anything, but I like. I did use her for that one Karina challenge for the mutant one, which she did quite well for that for sure. Yeah, she's just to mix it up. Just to mix things up a little bit. Well, let me see. Well, I'm pretty sure that was the war is a loss, but let's see if it's done. Dune and Uwa, or if it is still going. So take a look after this match. And I wanna hold on. So we should end up in Plat 3. So that'll be 15,000 6-star shards. So enough for another feature. But I wanna have enough to open 2 at a time, just so that if the first one's disappointing, although my luck, the first one will be disappointing, the second one will be even more so. But yeah, just so that if the first one's really disappointing, at least there's, you know, some possibility at redemption. But yeah, oh dude, if it's another Taskmaster, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ugh. Come on, man. Oh, I should have gone in there. There we go. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Oh yeah, and if there's anybody on the YouTube side, if you look in the description of the video, you can see the instructions if you want to do song requests. So it's only what's in the playlist of what's currently playing. I think it's about 300, just over 300 songs in total. You can dictate what's playing if you want. Man, that kicked my ass trying to figure out how to get that going properly. It kind of sucks though that it doesn't work simultaneously for Twitch and YouTube. Like I have to sign in into Nightbot with Twitch or YouTube, depending on which platform I want it to have the requests going. You're back? Well, welcome back. Welcome back indeed. I am still making my way through this craziness. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. %. Come on. 2%, just give up. Just be like, no, you win. Uncle. Okay. Oh, yeah, we want to check where we are for war. Can't find Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Pretty much, as long as we fought this war, we'd end up in plat 3. I think, yeah, if we didn't do anything, that could be a big enough point loss. But I think we were at spot 109 going in, so. Let's see. Oh! Well, that's a little bit closer than I was thinking it was going to be, actually. Alright. Well, yeah, they definitely won. They're done, and there's 6 kills ahead, or 6 deaths ahead of us, so they definitely won. Alright. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, back I am. Let's continue this journey. Oh, let's see if we've got anything to go with level up. If there's any class advancements. No, we've still got 48 minutes for mission combat. Okay. Okay, okay. So I see there's a few people watching on Twitch, but for the most part, it always seems that the people on Twitch aren't very talkative in chat. It's usually the people watching on YouTube that are more chatty. Although maybe Twitch, it's more just to have something in the background than anything. I don't know what I think about Antivenom's block though, with just those big claws up front like that. No. An L2 would not have done it. Yeah, definitely not. Oh my goodness. What was he at? Like 7% use the L2 and he's just down to 3%? Damn. That's so weak. Oh man. Oh, he needs some love, big time. Relentless, how you doing? How's your Tuesday coming along? What is a shakalackin? Did your team win for the Super Bowl? Or were you left disappointed? go as is. Damn it. He would not parry for anything. I won 600. Oh, like for betting on it. You won 600? Nice. Okay. They were talking about it on the radio here the Friday before. And I think they were saying like there's like $7 billion bet on the Super Bowl. That's crazy. Parry so much times. Yeah, man. Normally, it's like it's me screwing up, but every now and then, I know it's not me. It's funny how parry and dex are like your two biggest ways to avoid damage, and those are the things that are messed up. Like, just imagine if you were trying to throw medium attacks, and it didn't register, it didn't hit or something, right? Like, that'd be pretty crazy. But no, it's the things that allow you to avoid damage that don't work. Yeah, I guess that's the only way we're gonna avoid it. Bad matchup. I don't know if I want to be in an alliance anymore. It's gotten really bad. I'm spending more resources than normal. The other compensation is expiring. The time that I need is running out, and I will not spend money. I know, that's... I kind of wonder if they did that on purpose, how they combined the war and AQ resources together for that reason in particular. So that when you claim one, you're also claiming the other as well, so that you're ending up having to sell a bunch, because for the most part, I think you want to be using more of the AQ ones than the war ones, because if you're using war resources, then you're not doing too well in war. But yeah, I could see that. And so I was talking earlier, I think that maybe Battlegrounds could be something that people that don't want to be doing the Alliance stuff could go to. But now it still weighs off until it's on live servers. But if it's bugged, if the game is still the way it is for Battlegrounds, I think that'd be even worse, right? It definitely sucks that, the game can screw you over and then screw over the other 29 people, or other 29 people. But if you're just doing a 1-to-1 match against somebody, and you lose, not because you played poorly or they played better, but simply because the game screwed you over, that's going to be infuriating. And maybe they'll be smart about it and not actually have it in production until the game is more reliable. But no, I could absolutely see, if you're trying to compete, especially if you're trying to be competitive and you want to be, top of the leaderboard or whatever. And you're not able to because of that. Yeah, I could make somebody be like, well, screw this. I'm not playing this nonsense anymore. But yeah, no, I hear you for sure. Relentless. In my case, though, for war, I most of the time if I die, I know it was me. So, Mark Mobile, how you doing? How's your day coming along? I hear you there. I left my alliance right before map 8 came out. The breaking point for me was when they took away the random revives from the loyalty store. Yeah, feels like we get all these new game whatevers, but they have not fixed the main game. Yeah, and I kind of wonder, like, the Battleground thing looks like it's cool. Definitely want to try it when the beta is available. But if the game isn't reliable when that's on the live servers, like for me, I don't think it's going to be a make or break, because I don't really think it's going to be something I would be participating in too much, because I don't care for war to begin with, right? I don't really care for the competitive part of things. So if I don't care for war, I don't think I'd really care too much for Battlegrounds. Maybe though, because the thing I don't like about war is that I know if I screw up it's affecting others, whereas the Battlegrounds, if I screw up, it's just me, so whatever, right? But if the game is the reason that I'm losing matches, yeah, it really pissed me off. It was simply a grab to try and get your units for revives. Yeah. The parry is so bad now, and other dropped inputs I just can't with this effect. Yeah. What's bugged? The question usually, Avenger, is what's not bugged. Here for like half an hour, killing time before I'm off to work. All right. What do you do for work? Yeah, I've been killing time for the last hour and a half. Oh, I think, yeah, let's do that. I work at Boston Market. Okay. Coolio. Yeah, I'm going to get through the 6 stars. And I'm going to be... I wanted to do the 3 million for the basic as well on stream, but I don't think I'll have time because I got to head out for a bit in a couple hours. So out in the snow. It's not that bad out there. It's just a little slushy. I don't know. I think I prefer like a real big snow dump, and then you've got it there for a couple days, and then when the roads are bad and there's puddles and stuff, it's worth it. But when it's just a little sprinkle of snow, and then you got all this ice and puddles and blah blah blah. Got a big date? I don't know you well enough, Avenger. I was going to say something, but no. No, that would have been yesterday. Well, it's better than 2 or 1%. Quick question. Who's the best to 550 out of these 3? Longshot, Claire, or Sigil Witch? I would go between Claire and Sigil Witch. I don't know much about Longshot or Sigil Witch. Claire I use a fair bit. And I like playing her. Longshot, I think he'd be cool. The big thing for him is if the opponent has a bunch of buffs and it uses L2, it's pretty much game over. Outside of them having a bunch of buffs, though, he's not crazy for damage. Sigil Witch I really can't speak to because I don't know anything about her. But people do like her. People that have her do like her. But Claire, I mean, she's got 3 immunities, power control, good damage, healing. And I just find her fun. I really like these champions where you throw your combo. In her case, it's the same kind of combo, but you throw your combo to change what she does. So I like that. So if it were me, I would go with Claire. I don't really think... I think for Longshot, he's a little bit more niche, where, yeah, if you're fighting against somebody with a bunch of buffs, he's going to get through stuff really quick. Although somebody like Morningstar and Sim Supreme, they won't do as much damage as, well, Morningstar maybe, but they won't necessarily do as much damage as Longshot, but they kind of have the potential to do similar. So, what combo do you do to change her mode? You just, normal combo, just end with a light. So you'll change her from her different curses, or plague, or curse. I can't remember what it's called. But from her different, from the bleed, the poison, and the incinerate by just finishing your combo with the light. And it's nice too. So when you're inflicting, like when you go into Curse of Blood and you're inflicting a bleed, you're also bleed immune. If you go into Curse of Plague or Poison, you're inflicting poison, but you're also poison immune. So that's kind of cool with her. So now her damage, like her dots with the bleed, the poison, and the incinerate don't do a lot. But that's like you could use her, and they don't last very long, but you could use her if you needed a debuff on an opponent. Because there are some of the ones like with Distract where you just need a debuff. It's not that the debuff is doing the damage, you just need the debuff on the opponent to do damage. So you could use her in that case. But it is also nice that you can change her immunity when you need. Haven't used her much, but heard she's great, so I added her to the list. Yeah. That's helpful because I'm investing in suicide. Oh, okay. Yeah, so she's really good with suicides. Everybody's damage is going to be more with suicides, obviously. But the thing with her, too, is when you're in Curse of Bleed or Blood, your L2 is going to heal you up. So you could be, whether it be through hits or through recoil or whatever, have taken damage throughout the fight. Because there's been times where I've used her and I'm at like 5%. And I go with an L2 in Curse of Blood and I get back up to like 60 to 70% or more. The more damage you do, the more you heal back. Yeah, so she has the potential to be really sustainable. Because of suicide, like I'm always running suicides because of Arena, but because of suicides, I value her more than Doom in the Mystic class. Most people would still say that Doom is a better champion, and straight power control, absolutely, he's a better champion. But I look at her sustainability. And then I use her power control in war a lot. I use it for my second section of war, and I just have her in Curse of Plague, and yeah, just continue to throw the L2 to power drain the opponent. And yeah, that makes it a hell of a lot easier. So I think probably of those three that you listed, she's probably the most versatile. We don't really know what the appeal is for Sigil Witch, but like I said, I know that people do like her. I pulled a 5-star Ronin, not mad about that, but my Archangel is my main bleed champ. Ronin's still worth taking to 345. I don't think he's really somebody you would use a lot. No, you wouldn't really use him as a bleeder. You could, but there's like Nick, Moleman, now Blade. But then again, really Archangel you wouldn't necessarily use as a bleeder either, because you wouldn't use him. You could absolutely use him as a bleeder, but if you're going into a fight where the poison him in, you'd probably be less likely to use Archangel for bleeds. But yeah, I don't think I would. I've never used him, Ronin, outside of Arena. And I've definitely never thought of taking him if I needed a bleeder. With this new info, she's the best option. Well, yeah, I guess because if you're familiar with Longshot and Sigil Witch, you could compare those two. Yeah, and I don't think Sigil Witch has anything around Suicides. Longshot doesn't. So if you're planning to be running Suicides, Claire's is going to be your best option. Which node does she need to be in for power control? Curse of Plague, so the poison. You start off in Curse of Blood, and then you just throw your first combo ending with a light, and you switch over to Curse of Plague. I also have 550 Nick Fury, so yeah, I'll just take him to 125 and use him for arena. Yeah. Nick as a bleeder, great. But if you really want the damage from him, you want him awakened to be able to go into your real Nick phase with the Fury. But if you just need a bleeder, awakened or sleeping, he's fine. The one thing with Nick though, it changes the way you play him if you've got max deep wounds. He's awake. Okay. Yeah. So in some cases, you might want to get into his real phase right away. Um, the one I'm thinking of in particular would be Invisible Woman and AOL. You kind of want him in his real phase. He's not going to do what you want in the decoy phase too much. But yeah, damage wise, he's absolutely fine either way. He's going to do a lot more with that Fury on him for sure. But yeah, if you've got Nick, you've got your bleeds covered. But it does change the way you play him if you've got maxed out deep wounds. If you've got maxed out deep wounds, you basically want to start the fight with 2 parry. It's like a parry, medium, heavy. You do that twice, and then you're going to get your first internal bleed. And you need deep wounds so that the bleeds last long enough for you to get both of the heavies. You might be able to do it with 4 out of 5. I've run 3 of 5 in deep wounds, and 3 of 5 doesn't give me enough time. So I would need to do the 2 parry, medium, heavies, and then still 1 or 2 more hits to get the internal bleed up. But with the maxed out deep wounds, you just need the 2 parries. But you have to do the medium as well. Oh, snap. I don't want to run 2 of the same class. No, well, we're not going to be waiting for anybody to come off cooldown. Okay. Yeah, I've never played long shot for anything. And he seems pretty straightforward. Claire is pretty straightforward too once you get used to her. But the other thing that's kind of nice with Claire, if she's awakened, you can tank an L3. You can just avoid dying for a short period of time if she's awakened, which is kind of cool. It's not something you're going to rely on a ton, but let's just say, for example, the opponent is close to being to their L3. If you can get off your L3 before they do, you could throw your L3 and you're going to get a bit of time where you can't be killed. So you throw your L3, come back, let them throw their L3. You're going to take a ton of damage, but you're not going to be dead. And then you'd have the potential in Curse of Blood to throw your L2 and actually heal up. So, and there's no limit to how many times you can do that if need be. I love Sasquatch, but gotta let the furball go. Claire, my main mystic now. Well, try her out for a bit first, right? But she was my first R3 mystic. Diablo was the next. And I did Doom to R3. I did him with a gem. Yeah, so I did Doom to R3 with a gem just because who else was I going to take to R3? I already had Diablo and Claire at R3. Sorcerer Supreme, I don't know if I would use her a lot. And I didn't have her, so she was really the only other one that I could see possibly taking to R3. But who knows when I would get it. So yeah, I just used the gem on Doom to take him to R3. There we go. I don't know anybody who dislikes Claire, actually. People, and fair enough, people definitely say Doom's better or something like that. But I haven't seen anybody say that she's bad or sucks or anything like that. If you're unfamiliar with how to play her, absolutely I could see that. Because you'd be playing her, not get, like, okay, you know she can do power control, you know she can do crazy damage, but you're not able to get there, right? And I mean, it's pretty, you just quickly read her abilities and you see what you need to do. Actually, so after this, because I'm not going to do any more arena, I'll go into beat up Winter Soldier a bit and just show the different plagues. Quickly. But I don't know if I would say she was ever my favorite. But I really wanted her for quite a while. I went for her from when she was in the featured, and then I got her duped from the basic. And the dupe is really not that big of a deal. I just figured she was already at rank 3. I didn't think she would go too high in the basic, so I figured I may as well, you know, she's rank 3. Why not get her awakened? Okay. For my mutants, I'm considering if I should 550 Apocalypse. Yep. That's all I need to see. Yeah. Whatever level you have, like whatever star level you have Apocalypse at, whatever the highest star level is you have him, definitely max him out. I don't use him a lot though. He makes Gambit a horseman and tanks through content. Yeah. So let me do a quick thing with Claire. I think Apocalypse might be my favorite champion. Not necessarily my favorite to play, but favorite when considering everything he brings to the table. I think he might be my favorite. He benefits all other mutants, or has the potential to benefit all other mutants. Ooh, they got something in here. Nope, no interest there. Oh snap, 5,000 shards. No, not doing it. Not doing it. No, let's not look at that. I've had the Awakening save me on 2 occasions, but I'm never trying to use it. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, crap, I can't use Claire. Oh, no, I cleared war, yeah. All right, so I'll use Claire on her own. She's one of your favorites to use in war and questing? Yeah. Yeah, I've always... I don't know if there's been any time this season I haven't had her in war, actually. Oop, I didn't want to start. Dang it. Dang it. So there's a couple synergies that are nice for her, but none that are really a necessity, which is kind of good too. She's, not reliant on other champions. This one with Doctor Strange is pretty cool. With when you throw the L2, it has the potential to stun the opponent. This one, I don't think I've ever used that one. And then she's got a synergy with herself, which is kind of cool. And actually, I'll have her on the team even if I'm not going to use her sometimes for questing, just so that if I'm fighting villains, I'm going to automatically do more damage, which is kind of nice. In consideration for first R4 for Claire? Okay. Apocalypse will be my first R4. But I could see... Well, if you've got Doom... I think a lot of people would do Doom and Diablo before her, though. Doom, especially if somebody is after Prestige. So let's see here. So these are her curses. Curse of Blood, Curse of Plague, and Curse of Hellfire. And then what she will do with her L2 changes depending on which curse. So Curse of Blood, she'll regenerate. Curse of Plague, she'll take power. And Curse of Hellfire is just damage. So let's go in. And you start off with Curse of Blood. So let's go in. We're going to get hit a bunch by Winter Soldier. Hopefully he's not going to power drain us a bunch. But we'll heal up with our L2 and Curse of Blood. I use Professor X with my mutant team. Apocalypse does unfair special damage with Professor X on the team. I don't know if Professor X helps him with special damage. I know Strife does. With his L1s or L2. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to be able to gain power. Okay, so let's get to... So we're at 74%. We're in Curse of Blood. Ooh, actually, let me just get the poison off, because that would reduce the amount of healing that we would get. So we'll get the poison off. We'll go back into Curse of Blood. So we're in Curse of Hellfire right now. Curse of Blood. Oop, that was bad. That was bad timing. I missed a light. That is fine. Actually, that's fine. We'll take a bit more damage, so we'll see what kind of healing should do. Also, when you throw your heavy, you apply debuffs to your opponent for whatever curse you're in, and you don't have to make contact. So, okay, so we're at 61%. Let's see where we end up here. Okay, from 61 to 87. Pretty decent. Now, let's do a power drain. So we're in Curse of Plague. We want him at about 2 bars of power. Or we can get him to 3 power drain. Now, the power drain isn't going to be too crazy, but it's enough, like if you're trying to avoid the opponent getting their L3 or L2, like in this case, it will just get them under that threshold. And then Curse of Hellfire is what you want to be using if you're looking just straight damage. Billy D, how you doing? Ooh, let's see. No, that's gonna take. That's gonna take. Okay, yeah. Let's see if we can't get him to pretty much kill us. We can have a look at what her awaken ability will do. Professor X's charges. Okay. Yeah, but then you'd have to build up Professor X a little bit, right? Right, because of the prowess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's good for sure. I just don't like playing him too much just because of running suicides. So we're going to be where we should normally die, but because we're awakened, as we get there... Oh, crap. I need to throw my L3 first. I almost forgot about that part. Okay. So long as we've got the Death Touch on us... No. The Death Touch. So when he throws this special here, should normally kill us. But there we go. So we don't die, and we heal up a bit. So let's see if from there we can get an L2 off in Curse of Blood and see what we do. We're at 7% currently. So from 7 to 41. So not too bad at all. So from what should have completely killed us to being right back in the fight. And if we got to another L3, we could throw the L3, we would get the death immunity on us again, and could use again if need be. Okay, so we're up to 65%. So from 7% to almost full. More so when I was in a bigger alliance. Now that I'm doing less serious war in AQ, I've begun to lean towards Hercules, maybe Apocalypse. Okay. Yeah, I think Doom and Hercules are going to be the most common R4s for a while. Because she doesn't hit as hard as someone like Hercules, I thought she may benefit the most of the 3-5. Okay. Check the featured items. Kabam wants more of your units. You're alright. Yeah. 3 fights, I pick very easy fights for Professor X since he has no immunities and his health is low. She has an effect if the opponent is immune to the debuff you put on them. Yeah. For Claire, yeah, so if the opponent is immune to whatever plague she's in, or whatever curse she's in, she will get more clairvoyance charges, which, when you throw your L3, increases the amount of time of her death immunity. And let's just take a quick look at Apocalypse. So, Claire, definitely not synergy dependent. You can definitely play her as is. Same thing for... Ooh, I need to relog because it looks like the game wants to crash. So, same thing for Apocalypse. You could absolutely play him on his own. He doesn't need synergies, but he does. There's a few that really benefit him. The biggest one is the one with Cable. But the one with Cable, he also gets the same benefit from Mr. Sinister and Kang as well. But the reason you'd usually pair him with Cable is because Cable benefits a lot as well, where you can stack Cable's degens. But let's come in and we'll go with a team that will just make his specials pretty damn crazy. So we're going to go with Apocalypse. We will bring in Cable. We could go with Mr. Sinister or Kang. It wouldn't matter. And then we're going to go with White Mags because he will benefit Metal Champions for the ability accuracy. Won't do anything for damage because Apocalypse isn't a hero. And let's go with Strife. So Strife will give Apocalypse. The synergy is where Apocalypse will do more damage on his L1 and L2. She also gains more power when a debuff fails to apply. Yeah. So if you're using her, yeah. So if the opponent is immune to the debuff that she's trying to apply, she'll gain power. So if you're trying to fight Hyperion, for example, you want to be in, and he's going to be gaining power like crazy, but you're going to have a hard time getting to your L2 before he gets to his L3, possibly. So what you could do is you could back off and just in Cursive Plague continually throw your heavies. You'll be missing or failing to apply your poisons, but you will end up with more power, so which will allow you to build up your power quicker so you can get to your L2 and power drain him. And let's bring Professor X. So we're just going to get the one charge off of Professor X. Okay. So the one thing with Apocalypse, you want to have a debuff, bleed, poison, degen on the opponent before you throw your specials, because if you have a debuff on them, your specials will do more damage. We'll go with an L2 first, and then we will, but before we throw the L2, we're going to inflict him with a bleed through heavy. Now, the damage that we'll get with the L2 is going to be more than you'd normally get because we've got Stripe on the team. Okay, so now we've got the bleed. And we're going to get hit, of course, because, hey, that's just how it goes. Now let's throw our L2. Okay, so it didn't do too crazy. But it was at, what, like 95 or so? Down to 60. So let's throw the L1. So same thing, we already got a debuff. There we go, that's doing a lot better. Now we won't be able to do the L3 here. I don't think we're going to get to an L3. I think he'll be dead beforehand. Nice thing with the L3, you can convert any debuffs on the opponent to be passives. And then they're indefinite. They just stick on them. Yeah, if we were to throw an L2, that would be game over. Well, actually, the L3 is going to kill him too. Yeah, so you're not going to see them become passives. I've been making mags of horsemen recently. The special damage is illegal. White or red mags? White mags is actually kind of cool. He's not too bad. Not going to be not as niche as Red Mag isn't really that niche. Well, if you're fighting metal champions, then he's going to kick ass for sure. But I think Red Mag has more scenarios that anytime you're fighting a metal, he's going to be good. And then he's also good in general. White Mags, well, let's go in. He's not as potent as Red Mags, but he has some pretty good potential himself too. For a longer fight, you want to start off with your L3. Before you get to your L3, you want to do a couple heavies so you get the longer lasting prowess buffs. And then on your L3, I think it pauses them, all your prowess. And then you'd go through with your L1s and L2s, depending on what you want. If you want to bleed or armor break. So once we're close to our L3, now we'll get a couple of heavies. We'll get longer lasting prowess. One more. And now we'll throw just L3. Could probably build up to another L3, but I think we'll go for an L2 with a bunch of prowess. Let's see what we end up with. Without getting hit, dang it. So that's not too bad, 32k and 79k. Not too bad at all. Yeah, let's see what an L1 will do. 61. Okay. So I think if we get to another L3, that will probably be it. Yeah, so the only thing kind of shitty with him is you want that initial L3, so you've got a bit of time to get there, right? And then the more charges you have on him, the more likely he is to get prowess from just normal attacks. Oh, I thought we already had... Okay. So is this going to do it? 15%? Close. I think an L1 should finish this all up. If we get there. Oy, oy, oy. Ooh. Okay, L2 it is. 41 and 13. Okay. The degen White Mags has is good for arena when the opponent has willpower. Yeah. Yeah, so for obviously for a shorter fight, you wouldn't be saving up to your L3 initially, but yeah, he's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And I mean, so if you've got a longer fight, and for, like if you've used his pre-fights previously and you need to get more charges, more persistent charges up, yeah, you could absolutely use him to fight and do pretty decently with him. All right. Well, that is that for me. Let's see what else we got going down here. Okay. Let's see if we got anybody going on the Twitchers for MCOCs. Gotta go. Catch you later. All right, Mark. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. And nothing there. And I don't see. Oh, no, I don't see anybody on the Twitch side either. All right. Well, that is it for me. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I will catch you guys later. Take care.